Hello bearded bee people, welcome back to B&KBs. Today we are putting Nucs into tens and treating them with Apivar. I had in the past, or in the last video that I did when I was out here at this yard when the oxalic acid vaporizer broke, I said that I was going to do the oxalic acid glycerin method, but we have a package of 50 Apivar treatments, and so we figured we might as well use them, and so that's what we're going with today. So yeah, we're just trying to put these Nucs into tens and get them treated so that I can sort of get them out of my mind and work on other things over the course of the next month. So let's get to it. That one looks pretty thin.
A lot of brood though.
Good. Oh, this one's crazy light. I would doubt that there's anything in there. These have sort of been on their own. One of the other issues that I had last time I was out here was the fact that the sugar syrup in the communal feeder gelled, and they ignored it again. I cleaned it out, I gave them more, and they ignored it. So they have been on their own as far as food. You know, not without my efforts to feed them, but they have been on their own. So in some of these cases, we've already been through a pallet. In some of these cases, that's a good thing because they could have been swarmy already. They could have swarmed already, but they didn't. And so some of these are light and pretty thin. We have food frames for them now, so that's good. But yeah, like I said, they should have probably been on a little bit more sustenance over the course of the last month. I tried, and so now we are we're dealing with some thin and some light Nucs. So they are light, and you can see that this one is light, but you can also see brood right off the bat, so good.
If you need blank frames, I've got some.
Like foundation?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in either of those outside frames that you'd expect to see food. And that's sort of on me, but like I said, I tried. In reality, I should have probably just been into each of these individually, giving them some of the food frames that I had, but I just didn't have the opportunity. Here's a little tiny little patch of brood. Eggs in the cells surrounding, but boy, is that tiny. Okay, so this one looks a little bit better. They are going to do quite well with some food. They would have done, like I said, better 3 or 4 weeks ago with some food. There's a nice healthy looking queen on the center of the brood patch there. Decent brood patch there. So yeah, they'll be okay. Okay, can you throw an Apivar in there?
Yep.
Another near dud.
Huh?
Nothing, dude. Yep, here's the downfall of my busy schedule, not being able to work these. And some of these were bound to look like this. This is a straight up dud. Yep, nothing to this one at all. Wonderful. I will keep that one open. Hope I've got a splittable one. Yeah, frame.
Like groove frames? Okay. I'm sure I will. This one looks cool.
They have enough to donate?
Sure do. Just confirm that she's not on there, but I don't see her.
You're gonna donate this frame to the dud. Hopefully find a couple more like this before we're done. And hopefully no more duds. Or otherwise some of them are gonna have to remain duds. Oh man, this yard is so cramped. Oh man, I'm getting sick of how cramped this yard is already. Alright, that's more like it. That's what a nuke should look like. Beautiful. Eggs in the empty cells. Oh, there she is right there. Beautiful. Hey, Katie, will you yank that nuke off of that top one? Or off that one I'm next to?
Yep.
I'm going to give them this frame as well. I know that there's no queen on it. And that'll be good. Alright. And there's the dud. Hopefully a dud no longer. Yeah, beautiful. Lots of light-colored young bees. You can tell the difference pretty easily. You can see these really young, light-colored bees with that blonde hair on them. Means they emerged within the last few days, and they're doing cleaning house duty, cleaning out brood cells, waiting for their wax secretion to start. Waiting for their nurse bee duty. Waiting to create some brood food. Look at that frame. Think that queen knows what she's doing or what? Boom. Food, ooh, even eggs out on the edge frame. That's beautiful. Brood on that side for the most part. What's up?
I'm just trying to make room in here. Now you can use it.
People have commented that they appreciate that I'm swearing more on the channel, showing the real aspect and frustrating aspects of this hobby. I need a strip in this one as well. I grabbed the front with bees on it, and rather than stinging me up, they just crawled on my hand.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good. When it sounds like that, you just know that they've spent a good amount of time attaching everything together, which means that there's a lot of bees in there doing what needs to be done. Boy, the camera angles on this video are gonna drive me nuts. Big old ball of bees on the front and back. I would imagine that there are swarm cells going on. Got a nice little ball.
Yeah.
Give one of those to that dud. The cells on that frame and the queen on that frame.
Yeah.
Take the queen off and put her in that box and give that frame to the dud. I have the same situation going on here, I'm sure. Good job.
Thanks. I got her. Into this one, right?
Yeah. Okay, first frame. Eggs surrounded by food. This is the kind of nuke that I expected to see a lot of today. Heavy and swarmy. I mean, I'm assuming this one's swarmy. Katie's is swarmy. This one has all the indications. Capped brood. Another swarm requirements. Swarms don't leave without sheets of capped brood. They know what's going on. They know what's up. They know the earth is flat. Alright, so it's looked good so far. It's like they are, they're probably content to be cramped because I do not see swarm prep. I have not seen the queen, but I was not really looking all that closely for her. There are eggs on every frame. Eggs in every cell on this frame. Lots of young bees, lots of capped brood. Definitely gonna give them a blank one in the center of the activity. Falling into my shoe. There you go. Another beautiful brood frame. This one surprised me. No swarm prep. Or not the nuke, but like that. Yeah. Okay, so it cut off, I'm sure, because it was too hot, because apparently you're not supposed to use GoPros in the outside. So I don't know where that cut off, but that nuke looked really good. It surprised me it did not have any swarm prep. Every frame was jam-packed full of brood, and all of the empty cells, or not nectar-filled or brood-filled cells, had eggs in them. So they're booming and they're doing the right things. I'm about to check the box for the queen. But what I was saying when I realized that the camera went out was that the cool thing is that these queens got mated here. So when we're shaking the bees, the last straggler bees out of these nukes, those queens will know exactly where to go. They got oriented to that spot and they flew back to that spot after their mating flight. So I'm not so worried if we don't find each queen from the box and put them in the 10. But of course I'm going to look. I do not see her, but just to be safe,